I'm coming. Y'all get on up in here. Get on up in here. I'm coming. Hey, Miss Rod. Yeah, we back. We's back, baby.
Single mothers.
Dysfunctional males.
Multiple single mothers.
You already know that you're dealing with hot sauce. That condoms break. That this woman is fertile.
The crazy father of her kids.
Child support from the man.
Welfare.
Receive alimony.
Unemployment.
You said there were red flags.
Sit down and have sex with these guys and get babies by them.
I'd be scared to date a woman with kids.
Coming in so fast, watch your speed. He's coming right at us!
25 reasons dating a single mother will give you nightmares. Baby daddy drama.
This dude was stalking me. He was following me around town.
Discipline issues.
And grow up without any kind of discipline?
I am not going to bed. I'm going out.
Stepchildren blending problems.
Our kids gonna thump your child in the face.
The MILF trap.
Single mother.
Now, I would say, listen, guys, I know the title says don't date single mothers, but we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that after the 25 reasons. But this also goes for men who have children. Do not think because the children do not live with the father is going to make it any easier. Okay, Miss Leo? Do not think because children, sometimes you could be having a nice quiet night, baby mama come, baby mama call. And the man gotta run do this, he gotta run do that, or he's a deadbeat dad. So now you have to watch this man do absolutely nothing for his kids. Yeah, he's with you. It's cute, right? He's under you. It's cute, right? So don't just say I'm saying don't date women with kids. That goes for men too. That goes for men also. So let's go on with the show. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that like, hit that like. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Like, what you waiting for? Subscribe like now.
Are the most dangerous women around.
Mad plus she cooking, look mad beautiful. She gives you mad dome. The kid ain't that bad.
Poor life choices.
Women that made the wrong choices in life.
His dad's actually incarcerated.
Character flaws.
It's a sign of not being well-rounded.
I've not got qualifications I want in a job.
Harsh realities of being a stepfather.
It's not easy to just be a fucking stepdad.
It's so unfair, I hate you!
Building the house of cards.
Finish building a building somebody already started.
Thank you.
Your emotional roller coaster.
Get that it's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to be up and down.
I fell down the shaft, okay? I was in the shaft.
Her emotional scars.
She has been broken hearted. She is emotionally damaged.
Is that all there is? You know?
Unfulfilling codependent relationships.
That's why relationships with single mothers are very unsatisfying.
Get that?
You get it.
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 Bottom of the list of priorities.
You'll come in behind the kids, the cat, the dog, the extracurriculars, the parent-student nights. You're like fifth or sixth.
Life goals over.
You cannot build anything with a single mother.
You've ruined my life.
Living reminders of the ex.
You got a daily reminder, the dude who used to just...
You gonna be simping.
One shorty off at this guy crib, and then drop one shorty off at this guy crib. I look like a simp.
Can I help you with that?
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Costs.
Kids cost $250,000 to raise.
Unexpected problems.
Things just pop up out of nowhere that you never expected.
Skeletons in the closet.
She got set up by a friend of hers with a guy who just got out of prison. She got blackout drunk, got pregnant, and then got back together with her husband.
Lack of legacy.
You're taking on another man's family.
Relationship failure risk high.
Chances of that relationship lasting or going anywhere is very slim.
The divorce rate is somewhere between 66 and 70%. Even higher if you factor in those common law, up to 75%.
I want to split up.
I'm not surprised after the 5 pizzas you've just eaten.
Logistical problems.
Time is always an issue. Babysitters is always an issue.
No desire to have your children.
That's gonna be frustrating because I want some on my own.
Full price for secondhand goods.
Your market value goes from, let's say you're the 8, you're a 5.
Letting some dude just dirty dick dive you, just raw nutting up, and you like, oh.
Reservation at Heartbreak Hotel.
And you're gonna end up with your heart broken in half.
Child support liability.
And you have acted as a parental figure for those children, you may be pursued for child support.
Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
We're not interested in the story. We don't give a fuck about the story. Whether she makes $100,000 or she's on welfare. Most of them are on welfare or on child support. Do not stick around for the story.
Run.
Once in a while, you find a good woman that for whatever reason, they had to split up. She ended up being a single baby mama.
That was a long time ago. As far as I'm concerned, our history begins right now.
So the single mother meets a guy, you.
Consider a young man
Hi, sweetie.
date a woman who has...
Mommy will be home soon.
Whether they look good,
What?
if she looks like Britney Spears,
Who hit who first?
if she looks like Kim Kardashian,
Put the twins on phone. I said put them on.
you better find out what is hidden in that closet.
Yeah, but sometimes it gets a little crazy, but it was really sweet.
Fuck the closet. Many of these baby mamas have a whole self-storage full of drama.
You got a chick with kids, guarantees she's gonna have a baby daddy.
What is your father doing there?
They come before you.
Put him on the phone. I said put him on.
And the big self-storage, you know, the big one in the back.
Now listen to me, you low-life bastard. Your alimony's late again.
And that baby daddy might be strong and violent.
You want to go back to prison?
They split with the father. Either they couldn't deal with the father's bullshit, or the father couldn't deal with the woman's bullshit.
Don't you threaten me?
Is it your place to jump in the middle of that shit?
Oh, yeah? Well, you wouldn't be so tough if you saw the guy I was with.
You jump in the middle of that shit, you gonna look like a simp.
Tell him you'll kick his ass, Phil.
Single mothers are a disaster. They will wreck your life. There is nothing good can come out of such a relationship.
You have some other guy's child, frankly, go fuck yourselves.
Do not, under any circumstance.
I'm being so crass and mean because I want it to burn into your mind just what damage you cause to yourself and your statistics and your probabilities of finding a real man.
Hit the brakes, mommy. Do you have children?
You know, you ever met a chick that her first
kid's father. They still get along. He can come to the house. He knocking on the door.
She gonna pick up the phone for him. He got access to the crib when you're not there. Come by, you can walk in the house.
And walk right in the house. Now I'm in the house playing Madden with my t-shirt and boxers on, my gut hanging over my stomach because it's a Saturday, it's the weekend. I ain't sucking it in no more. I don't got on the waist trainer. And he walking there handsome. Hey, Josh, how's it going?
She looking good. She gonna sideline flirt on her, sideways flirt on her. She always gonna have a soft spot for him because she wish the family would have worked out.
You black, straight from Compton, but you doing Spanish kisses with him. His name is Rick, and he's from Miami, and he's a white guy, but y'all Spanish kissing, and then the kids still love him and stuff. Daddy, daddy, daddy.
At any given moment, he got access to her. And if she got multiple baby daddies, these are multiple men with access to your woman.
No matter what she tells you, oh, it just didn't work out, but we have a great relationship with the baby daddy.
Child support from the man. They usually receive alimony if they were married to the man. This keeps that man still in the picture. This is why I say that single mothers are no man's land.
They got a bond that you and her never will have unless you have a baby with them.
Because they're still tied to their man financially, emotionally, due to the fact of them having a child.
Later on, he's going to start saying things like, you don't need to be talking to my kids. I don't want you getting involved with my kids. When in many cases, he's never involved with his kids.
That woman, you sharing her, man.
He wants to mark his territory. He wants to dominate and show his authority.
If anybody, this is an open panel, at any point anybody would like to come up and let's have this conversation. Should men deal with women with kids? Should women deal with men with kids? Because the same rule apply. This everything they saying, it applies to us also. It ain't like they saying something and we like, oh my God. You're so it go listen, we gotta put up with baby mama bullshit too. We gotta put up with baby mama bullshit too. But let's go.
In a place where he really has no authority. This is a statement to other males to not come here.
No matter how you really want to slice it, she is still attached to her baby daddy.
Especially when the baby daddy knows that you're dating his ex-girl.
I am a night rider. I'm a fuel-injected suicide machine.
This dude was stuck.
Now remember, if the shoe do not fit, don't squeeze it on your foot. I'm not talking about you. I just like to have conversations. This video was about a conversation. I'm not saying do not date women with kids. We're gonna talk a little bit about that later. You know, my pros and my cons. But I thought that this was so accurate for both. But we still need to have this conversation.
Stalking me. He was following me around town.
They have seen me, man!
On the trains, on the buses, coming to my job. I mean, I had to let the police know. She was a fucking mess, dude. And the pussy wasn't even good.
Now you fighting this arguing this over this shit. You don't even know the whole extent. You just in the village.
If he's a deadbeat type, you're lucky. Because if he's the deadbeat type, he's not coming around. He's not picking up the kids. He's not going to interfere in your relationship whatsoever.
This guy's going to pop up like a horror character in a horror movie after the final scene.
Here's Johnny.
I thought he was still in prison. Oh, he's not lost the looks.
Who?
Don't look. It's my ex. He's an animal. He will eat you alive. What are you doing?
Doing a run.
Don't run in that place. You sit down. Don't sit down. I'll view it as a sign of weakness.
What am I meant to do?
But the only way you're going to get through this, Christopher, you need to out-alpha him. Man up. Right? Long time no see. I thought you were still...
No, a couple of years now, you know. Ray.
Lenny.
You smashing that then, are you?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm smashing that all over the fucking shop. You smashing?
Oh yeah. He's a good lad, Gillian. I like him.
Yeah. Well, I like you and all. You big cunt.
Hey, B lady.
But if he's not the deadbeat type, he is going to come around. He's going to interfere in the relationship, and depending on how the relationship is between your girl and him, he may fuck around and fuck her on the low, and you don't know.
But we ain't dating
Being a stepdad
women.
is like being the backup singer for Cypress Hill. Like, I'm a hype man. I can yell. I just got to wait for her to yell. Then I can yell behind her. That's how that works. No solo projects. It never works. I got to back her up. Like, take your food to the table. Take it to the table, yeah! Like, that's me.
He starts crying. You're not my real dad. I wish I was your real father. That way I could disappear in a puff of smoke, never to be seen again.
Oh.
But instead, I'm stuck here taking you to soccer. How the fuck did this happen to me?
What's enough bloody ice cream? Oh, come on, Kevin. You've eaten 5 tubs on your own this evening, remember?
So unfair. I hate you.
You need to take care of this kid, watch this kid, to spend money on this kid, do all the things that a father needs to do. But you can't discipline this kid.
Kevin, don't speak to your mum and I like that.
I didn't say anything.
He will be coddled and soothed by his mother and grow up without any kind of discipline. You're going to be on the hook for any fuck up that the kid does. He crashes a car, you're going to pay. He breaks the law, you're going to have to put up the bond. Knocks up his girlfriend, money for the abortion, that's on you.
Don't worry, darling. It's only a phase. It only lasts for 4 or 5 years.
You may not want to have no kids if you got kids already. Now, if I ain't bringing no kids to the table, it's gonna be that's gonna be frustrating because I want some on my own.
She should be focused on her kids. She should not be focused on penis.
Single mothers are the most dangerous women around. A little bit like shysters, like con men.
Not even as a fuck buddy.
Don't get in a relationship thinking that you just gonna bang the mama out and spend all this time and waste all these years with her.
No. MILFs are not for you, buddy.
Pass the question around to the panel. Why men date single mothers?
In the words of the great Richard Cooper, I believe that single moms are the best fuck demons.
Tom Likas calls this the lost leader. Okay, meaning that it's like sort of bait and switch. Like the woman is really hot and really into the honeymoon period of between a month to 3 months. She's just giving you the hottest sex that you could possibly get, and then it's like,
I love spending time with you. I hope we're moving forward. I mean, we should probably talk about that, don't you think?
And it was a fool. Why he left this super fly bitch? Then she got fat butt, she cooking, look mad beautiful, she gives you mad dome. The kid ain't that bad. That's what I thought in the beginning. But then later on, once they got you locked down, once 6 months go by, a year goes by, you start seeing who that true person is.
A few inches later.
I'm pregnant.
Already?
I'm not ready to be no father right now.
Oh, so you man enough to come up in me, but you ain't man enough to take care of what comes out, get my nails done, get my hair done, pay my rent, and give me a new car?
That once you have a kid with a man, one way or another, she could get rid of him or keep him, but she getting paid. She getting paid from the state or she getting paid from him, she getting paid.
I was in a long-term relationship for 4 years, and my ex-partner didn't want to have the baby, so we split, and he has nothing to do with her. So I find myself on my own affected by benefit cap because I already have 2 children.
They have questionable judgment skills. You talk to single moms that have been divorced, you'll hear all kinds of stories from them about why they got married, the children, why they made all these decisions and choices. And after a while, you'll start to ask yourself, that's pretty questionable. And I don't see you taking a lot of ownership on whatever it was that you contributed to that.
All the guys I date turn out to be the worst. But how do I find a good guy when I'm busy being a single mom?
So Whitney, what kind of guys do you typically date?
Oh gosh, Kristen, I have a really long history of dating immature bad boys.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I could have gotten with the good guys, the ones that were going to college and doing what they wanted to do. But instead, I got with the bad boys on the street And now it's just kind of too late because all the guys that are my age are taken, all the good ones. And all the guys that are the bad ones, they're just out there acting like they're 20, 30 years old.
Emily, I want planned.
Strike?
I had to have her. I couldn't. But obviously I'd not got into a relationship. I had not got qualifications I want in a job.
Alright, I've had enough, you're out of here!
His dad's actually incarcerated, so it's like just me.
Trouble double double, sweet double.
She didn't want to be with him because he's a grade A asshole, then that means that basically she did not see the signs. She's a terrible judge of character. A terrible judge of character who got herself in a terrible situation. And God knows what other terrible situations she's going to get into in the future. Terrible situations that will involve you.
Can't keep a relationship. You know why? Because she enjoys drama. She enjoys chaos. And you get stuck with the leftovers.
Leftovers. Women that made the wrong choices in life. That is not what you want in your life.
A single mother, that's a sign of something. It's a sign of poor decision making. It's a sign of not being well-rounded. It's a sign of dysfunction.
Most of these single mothers wasn't raised right anyway. So if you decide to take that on, you're really doing yourself a disservice. Because for one, these women didn't have fathers, so they don't know how to respect the man. For two, a lot of their mothers were ratchets that had babies by different dudes. So what you're getting is a woman that's dysfunctional.
Guarantee you who your child gonna be compared to when she have her first child from you. Her kid. And her kid's gonna thump your child in the face, gonna pinch your child cheeks when he sleep, gonna trip him when he try to walk, and ain't gonna feed him no milk when you want the milk.
They may not like the idea of the fact that their mothers now decided to remarry. If they're older, they may be harder to bond with than younger kids are. They may be conditioned to be resistant to you by their biological father. Very common for parents to sort of alienate the other parent or the step parent.
The world tells them that they're going to be some kid's hero. But the first time that kid tells you, you can't tell me anything, you're not my daddy, or my dad is going to come kick your ass, or some old crazy shit like that. The father will absolutely come kick your ass. You find yourself in a fucked up situation.
You know how I know they won't care about you? I'll tell you exactly how I know that kid in no scenario is going to like respect this random person their mom is dating. I'll tell you how I know. Because I was that kid.
Just thrown into this new dad type role. You know, and I jumped right in. I'm like, check it out. I'm a dad now. All right, what's going on? Why is everybody yelling? Can I yell? No? What the?
It's not easy to just be a fucking stepdad. Ain't nobody just finna wake up and be like, I really love her. You know, let me bond with the kid and stuff like that. You gotta have a very strong emotional attachment to that child. Because at the end of the day, you didn't make that child. That child looks nothing like this dude.
There's no playbook for a stepdad. Nobody plans step parenthood. You know, I was never like a little kid, like, oh, I hope I get to raise some kid someday that some other guy made. That'll be nice, you know.
But they'll never call me, they never call me stepdaddy. Shit, they don't even call me Mr. Josh. They just call me him. Hey, him, we hungry.
You'll feel affection for one another, but the kid isn't going to respect you.
I can't cook, I can't clean, I can't do nothing.
You don't matter. You'll never matter as much as the children to them.
If you don't love me like your mama loved me, I don't know if I'm able and I'm strong enough to be there to accept the mean or harsh realities of being a stepfather or a step-parent. Because step-parent get dealt the worst hand.
When her protective instincts kick in, she's just going to view you as the enemy.
I was just trying to show some initiative, like, pick those Legos up and go to your room. She was right there. Don't you yell at those kids. Like, okay.
Those protective instincts do not kick in if you are the biological father of the children.
Baby father trumps you.
This fondness, you will confuse it with being the father. But see, you're not the father. You're not the father. And therefore, because you are not the father, you do not have any of the rights of a father.
They're not intentionally trying to do this, but even your presence in that relationship, you're pissing on the flame of reconciliation between the two parents.
If you get into a relationship with a woman that does not have a child, you establish yourself in that relationship as the man of that relationship long before a child even comes into the fucking picture. Now you can build a building properly, instead of coming along and trying to finish building a building somebody already started.
Access would be from Dibbingley Road.
You gotta figure out where the fucking plans are at.
The dividing walls on each floor section are fixed with recessed magnesium flange group.
You gotta figure out what architect was designing it.
By avoiding wood and timber derivatives and all other inflammables, we've almost totally removed the risk of...
You gotta figure out all of these fucked up things.
Thank you.
Maybe they were right about me. My God, maybe I am cracking up.
Get that it's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to be up and down. You and her are great. You and her are kids. Ooh, you and her are great. Her and her kids. Holy shit, that happened. And that will happen time and time again.
It is going to cause you mental issues. It is going to cause you all types of stress.
She's going to give you hell. The shit that those guys did to her baby daddies, her exes, how they used and abused her and cheated on her, you know what she's going to do? She's going to put that shit right onto you. Argument comes up and she's going to explode.
They get to arguing with their baby daddy and all that. And then that's still over in y'all relationship. She mad at him, so she going to act all funny.
Now your wife's in pain. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel bad. I love her. I try to tell her that, but I can't seem to make her happy. I don't know what her problem is.
It's going to cause you so much pain and discomfort.
He was 2 hours late, and he didn't even call.
I was late for dinner because I'm a fireman, okay? There was a fire. I was fighting a fire. I fell down a shaft, okay? I was in a shaft.
She is a single mother. She has been brokenhearted. She is emotionally damaged. She got this wall.
MGTOW. Men going their own way. I like you.
She's sitting at home lonely as hell.
Hey,
I want
boo.
you to describe the pain
Hey, boo.
that Ken has caused you.
Many baby mamas also have emotional scars from previous relationships. You don't want to end up cuckolded, tied up on a chair, watching her bang like 3 dudes because this bitch is a freak.
Maybe this single mother is this perfect woman. Maybe she's a grade A bitch. Maybe she is scarred and damaged irretrievably by her ex with whom she had the kid. Maybe she's just a fucking nightmare. She's just putting on a facade so that you fall for her. Then she can be the fucking nightmare that her ex left behind because she was a fucking nightmare.
She's starting to shake.
I feel unloved
Starting to shimmy. She's starting to shimmy.
and unpretty.
Starting to, What is she starting to do? Striker, what is she starting to do?
Shudder, Ken.
She's starting to shudder. She's starting to shudder.
Like I'm just, going through the motions of being a wife and a mother. How bad is it, sir?
It's not good, but at least she's not beginning to crack up.
Is that all there is?
She's beginning to crack up.
You're bringing extra baggage into the relationship that the man is not.
And in a codependent relationship, one partner is working towards meeting all the goals of another partner, putting their lives as more of a priority than their own. That leads to a very unsatisfying relationship. And that's why relationships with single mothers are very unsatisfying.
She better give some super dome. She better cook extra good because she got to make up for that.
Get with a single mother, bro, you're always going to play second fiddle to that child.
How do you even make time to meet people or date? It's nearly impossible. I not only am a single mom, but I work full time. And any free time I have is really just spent on my kids.
Well, my child comes first? Yeah, good. As it should. It should. Your child should come first. We don't play second fiddle. Bye.
You'll never be a priority. You'll come in behind the kids, the cat, the dog, the extracurriculars, the parent-student nights. You're like 5th or 6th. She's emotionally unavailable. A lot of energy and resources, even in married couples where they have the children together, is eaten up with the mother spending time with the kids. They think the world is going to revolve around her and her kids.
The kid is the most important part of the equation.
Especially if you're a well-to-do man, you know, you got your shit going on, you're working, you know, you're trying to build your business, you know, you're trying to get right. You should be fucking looking for a girl that is single, without kids, just like yourself.
Any man who is out here looking to build anything, you cannot build anything with a single mother.
Being a parent is very, very draining. It takes up a lot of your energy.
Now, remember, guys, this video is not for everybody. I'm gonna play another video after this, right? Don't worry, I got you. But remember, your age plays a lot to this video. Because if you're grown, a lot of times your kids are grown. So can you say, I'm gonna talk about that later, but people say, can they get people with kids? Sometimes kids are grown. My kids are grown. What are you talking about? You don't date people with kids. They already raised out the house, they're going by. I still got kids, so what's your point? And old as y'all look, y'all should have y'all family by now. We don't want nobody meeting them and they ain't got no hair. We want to meet you with the hair, damn it. Before your hair fell out, we wanted to meet that man and have kids with that man. Now you done aged, and then you got the nerve to say, we not desirable. God dang it, your ass ain't desirable neither. Go get a toupee.
A lot of your money, a lot of your bandwidth.
You cannot be the man that you need to be if you're over here trying to be a janitor or a garbage man cleaning up some woman's mess.
Hey, James.
It's serious. They're gonna want me to start doing things for those kids, right? Come over and make pancakes, then we can go to the zoo. Get the fuck out of here. I have been pulling out and wearing condoms for 15 years so I don't have to make pancakes and go to the zoo.
When you have a relationship with someone, you're looking for someone who's going to be a helpmeet and a support to you. A woman who is a single mother cannot help you or support you in any way. In fact, she is the one in desperate need of help and support. That undermines your authority
And
as
you
a
ain't
leader
too cute neither.
and the head of the family.
You can only have so much energy in your day. You're kind of like a video game where it's like a full bar at the start of the day and certain things chip away at it. Got to get groceries, got to drop the kids off, got to cook dinner, got to clean up, something breaks, got to do an errand, da-da-da. And by the end of the day, that energy level starts to come down and it's gone.
I don't want to have to look every day when I wake up in the morning to see your kid and be reminded that another dude was here. He might as well wrote Brooks was here on your pizza.
It's gonna be hard. And as a single mother, how you gonna be in love with this man, but every time you look at your child, he looks just like your baby father? Get out of here. Your man's playing tricks on you.
And then she has a son. The son grows up to look just like that dude. You got a daily reminder, the dude who used to just... This what you got? I don't want to see that. I don't want to know about his Shawshank Redemption.
The idea of being with a woman who's had a kid with another man is just intolerable to me. I find it viscerally disgusting.
How about a nice, greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Can I help you with that?
Are you sure?
Absolutely. My lady is in distress, and I'm here to rescue her.
Thanks. They say chivalry's dead, but I think you're making a pretty strong case for its revival.
Well, I'm always ready to help a beautiful lady. I help the ugly ones as well, but I definitely say you're in the former camp.
I'm sorry that I was late for dinner, but I want to make it up to you. I've got us tickets. Luxury tickets on a cruise to the Bahamas. The Bahama. The Bahama.
You just don't get it, do you? You just don't get it.
I'm gonna be there for her because, you know, I never had no dad in my life, so I can't leave. You're a fucking idiot, dude. You're a simp. You're bailing out this woman for her mistakes. You want to bail her out.
This may also apply when someone is a step-parent for a relatively short time. So if you are living with someone, for example, and your common-law spouse has children, and you have acted as a parental figure for those children, you may be pursued for child support. This may not seem fair.
to seriously date a woman with kids and you're not going to have to sacrifice for those kids. That's a package deal you've got yourself into. And you don't want that. I don't want that.
You got 2 kids? Chill.
I can sue you.
What? You can sue me?
Yeah.
You know who I would like to sue? Everybody that works in the hospital that you were born at.
99% of the baby mamas you meet are broke. Do you want to bring on a broke woman into your life with a broke kid and you're taking responsibility for all this shit for a little pussy? Oh, hell no.
It's all kinds of costs, but no benefit whatsoever. None for you, at least.
I have a child with this woman. I'm taking care of 3 people, and she is not as nice as what she was before.
If you...
All of y'all men look old. What type of women are you talking about? Besides the young black guy, that's, you know, he was kind of young. The rest of y'all look in y'all 40s and your 50s. What type of women you looking for that got young kids that you got to take care of? The age bracket you guys look, you look like they should have grown kids already. Okay, but we're going to let this finish playing because it is kind of funny. Don't forget the source of this video. No, they don't look young to me. He don't look young. Only one look young. And that's that little young boy that looked like he in college or something.
You bring another man's child into this world, that's his problem. That's a huge liability. Kids cost $250,000 to raise.
God forbid the child support.
He don't look young neither.
Or the welfare check is late. Guess who they're asking for money? You.
No, you're
He don't look young to me.
trolling me now, right?
No,
You're shitting me, right?
This is
No, seriously. You're like reading a synopsis of a Mexican soap opera from hell. She was married for 2 to 3 years. She's separated from her husband. She got set up by a friend of hers with a guy who just got out of prison. She got blackout drunk, got pregnant, and then got back together with her husband.
In a year's time that you're dating a baby mama, you're gonna start realizing things just pop up out of nowhere that you never expected.
Problems that you will not foresee coming. As soon as that shit hits you in the face, you'll be like, what the fuck is this shit? I promise you.
If you're a guy that understands the concept of patriarchy,
he is the only one that looks young. He's the one he made look like he put his hands on females. You gotta watch him. He might choke you or something. I don't know. Allegedly.
and legacy, you should definitely stay clear of dating a single mother.
It's 100% investment with 0% ROI.
If you date a single mother and you have no kids yourself, you need to understand you're taking on another man's family, another man's responsibility.
At least with my own daughter, what I invest in her, I get something back. I'm invested in my own lineage. You don't get anything back invested in some other man's children.
So if she left a guy capriciously, what does that tell you? That she's going to leave you at some time. Yeah, maybe she'll find somebody better.
I can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
If you're dating somebody with kids, the chances of that relationship lasting or going anywhere is very slim. It's very slim for a bunch of reasons. One, it's the second time round. So they've already been through an exit and they know how to get out, and it's a lot easier for them to make the decision to move on. You're not the child's parents. Very easy for her to walk away and take them away from you.
Divorce rates are also much worse. The divorce rate is somewhere between 66 and 70%. Even higher if you factor in those common law, up to 75%. 70%, 7 out of 10 won't succeed in their marriage.
You're going to end up with double, triple, quadruple the heartbreak.
If you hang out with her enough times, you're going to fall in love with her. And then you're going to end up with your heart broken in half.
It was probably one of the most painful breakups that I had ever had, simply because after you spend a few years with this woman and her children, you tend to develop a relationship with the kids. Then all of a sudden, one day, the relationship goes away, and so do the children, and your bond with those boys, and you lose out on that.
When she goes, they go too. You'll never see them again.
You see, those children, the same reverence they show you, they'll show it to the next man.
It doesn't matter to them who's in the position. Children are young, they have simple minds, they have fickle attention spans. So as much as they profess that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, when you're out of the picture and the next man moves in, he'll be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you'll be a distant memory, literally a distant memory. All of the great things that you imputed into them will be pushed to the side. And they could possibly end up doing the total opposite of all of those things that you taught them because the next man teaches them that. What you have to understand is you are an expendable utility to a woman and her children. Because see, the woman who has children, her emotional attachment to you can be pulled away from you and dumped into her children. So she has a backup plan, an emotional backup plan with her children. So whatever she feels, whatever negative emotional energy she gets from the breakup, she can just pour herself into her children, pour herself into being a mother, and funnel that out really quickly. You, on the other hand, don't have that luxury. The children are still with her, like they were when you met her. She's gone, the children are gone. Now, all of these emotions that you've allowed yourself to tap into and share with them are gone. They're useless. Now you're standing here with a big ball of emotions here that you don't know what to do with, and you don't have anyone to share them with.
Had corporate jobs, had their own houses, to single mothers who was broke living with their moms. The time is always an issue. Babysitters is always an issue.
You're paying for it one way or another. With time, with energy, having to wait until it's late night to smash, having a date canceled because she couldn't find a babysitter.
You can't say, man, let's just go out. You can't do nothing spontaneous. Everything got to be done.
She had some badass kids. We was trying to have sex. Her kids kept knocking at the door, clawing. They would put their fingers under the door. I'm like, I can't even get in a good rhythm to stroke your mom. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this?
If you think a serious relationship can grow from seeing somebody once a week or once every 2 or 3 weeks, it's not going to happen.
All you have to do is go on any dating app, see single moms in there. They think they're a 10 when they're like a 6.
Of a deduction would I give if she had some other guy's child? Not in terms of physical beauty. There could be very pretty hot moms. I'm not saying from a sexual standpoint. I'm saying from a commitment standpoint. Your market value goes from, let's say you're the 8, you're a 5. You're quite average.
She knows she is at the bottom of the barrel.
I'm looking at her.
Men want.
There are 3 really big challenges that you have faced. Number 1, if you are the step parent, what's your role going to be? I mean, how are you defined to the children? What are you going to be, disciplinarian, just a supporter for the biological parent? What's your role going to be? That's a big thing. Number 2, you're going to face resentment because these kids, before you got there, the bio parent, undivided loyalty. They had their undivided attention. And here comes the new parent, the step parent. They are competing for attention. And so there is often resentment towards that person coming from the outside. And then there gets to be this conflict, number 3, about whether or not you're going to discipline the way that the other parent wants to discipline the step parent. This can create a lot of conflict between the husband and the wife with the kids right in the middle.
You know you're in the wrong and you won't admit it.
Me wrong?
Yes.
You name the date when you say I said I'd get it. See? You can't, can you? And why not? Because you're a filthy, stinking, bloody liar.
And that's why those marriages, they really don't have a great prediction in terms of how they're going to work out. A lot of remarriages and blended families don't work out.
You think she actually wants you? No, she rejected y'all simp asses between her ages of 16, 18, all the way to 28, 29, 30. But she wants somebody to settle down with her and save the day. That's why she's choosing the simps. That's why she's choosing you guys. She really don't want you guys, but she wants somebody to be a father figure to her children, and she wants that security. And the bad boys she was fucking with all through her cock carousel years, they don't want her.
The only men that should be dating single mothers is guys that have children themselves.
No.
Because you two are equally yoked.
One of the most frustrating things that you will ever encounter in your life.
And you don't want to end up like 10, 20 years from now, a cuckold dealing with this bitch.
That woman ain't completely yours.
Promise you that if I had it to do all over again, I would never date a single mother.
Only losers with low self-esteem, losers that are stupid, date single mothers.
I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world.
Or try to chase them, trying to make efforts to please them, and trying to make efforts to be not like the child's father not understanding that they're heading right down the same road that the child's father was on.
Shouldn't date single women with kids, especially if she has more than one.
Don't even waste your time with her. Just leave her alone.
Don't get involved with a woman who has kids. Don't get involved with a woman who has kids.
Do not date women with children.
Never date a single mother. Ever. Never date a single mother, period.
Do not fucking date a single mother. Period.
Do not date a single mother ever. No ex.
Y'all keep aggravating me and me bad a little long now.
Yep, I'm right there Saturday. I will be in a snowstorm. Yes, I will.
It's a scavenger hunt. Read it out loud so it's or so we can. This is the first clue. You cannot open it. You have to read it. It's a scavenger hunt. Read it out loud so it's or so we can hear it. So, I know. All right, we're figuring out what the scavenger hunt puzzles say.
You guys didn't need an extra butter, right? Can we get a couple extra butters and another thing of roll? And another roll.
Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Your paper's behind you. Be careful. It's supposed to be a question mark.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a copyright strike for this shit.
Okay.
Go sit down, bud.
Glenn, you have to be loud so I can hear you. Brooklyn, you have to be loud so I can hear you.
I'm getting ready to cry. No, the older daughter did. The older daughter did. Wasn't that beautiful? Don't tell me don't date a single woman. Look at that. Look at that. It's gonna make me cry. Exactly. You got it, B lady. You got it, B lady.
Hey. You're crying too?
I'm crying too.
Speak up.
I had a bad day at school. You were there for me when times were hard. You for boys. You taught me how to. I'm forever grateful that you became my daddy when my real dad walked out of my life. You are
Oh God, don't make me cry.
true meaning of a dad, and I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I know I am your daughter, and you're my daddy. That will never change. Today, I want to make it official. That was your daughter. Love your daughter.
Oh. Beautiful.
Me and Aubrey looking at each other on the corner of our eyes. We're a complete mess.
Don't worry, I'm gonna come back with another tearjerker. The birth that left. The birth that left, and that man been there. I'm gonna go back and forth.
With another video today, and today's topic is Kevin Samuels calling out all single women. Let's get it.
Here's another young comer who's here go another newcomer who believes throwing black women under the bus for money. It's another newcomer. Let's see what he about throwing us under the bus for a YouTube channel.
Now, if you watch Kevin Samuels, you see the other night he had a live show talk, basically talking about single mothers and why they feel they deserve a man that's out of their league. Now, you know, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Man, these single mothers popped out for smoke, man. They came onto that show and they really believed that they had talks and they had points and valid reasons as to why they deserve a certain kind of man that's out of their league. And you know, to be quite frank, Kevin Samuels just shut that down. We had one woman that went on there and said that she actually wanted to have a kid. She didn't even want marriage, but she wanted a child. She did it so backwards, and Kevin Samuels almost exploded out of just confusion. The words coming out of that woman's mouth just put him in such a meltdown. Now, when we talk about these kind of women, these single mothers, these mothers that are out here just having children for no reason, and when I say no reason, there's no marriage involved for the future or anything. There's nothing of that stature. They're having them just because they want them. You know, these are the women that bring cause to the problem, or bring problem to the cause. You know, these women, they think that they're being free. They think that they're being different. They feel as though they're being independent, when all in reality, they are just pushing the narrative. They're pushing the stigma of the single mother dysfunction. You know what I mean? Why would you go out of your way to have a child if you know that you're not even married? You know you're going to have the child alone, or you know that the man doesn't want the child. Why would you do this? Their only answer is because it's something that I wanted to do. Now, with that being said, you couldn't be any more selfish than to bring a child into the world without having the full functions of a family. That is horrible. That is horrible. And Kevin Samuels got on that woman's ass about that, because, you know, he was asking her questions that she couldn't even answer. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, that's a good question. He made her think about her actions, okay? And then we had another woman that was saying, well, why can't I get a man that doesn't have any children? Why would a man want you if he doesn't even have any children, but you have kids? What type of ish is that? What are you thinking? Why would you even think that? These women have these double standards, and as soon as a man has a double standard, it is a problem. Fellas, we need to stay away from we need to stay away from single mothers. We need to stay away from women that believe that they deserve something that's at a higher stature than they are, because those are the type of women that are selfish. They're selfish. They only care about themselves. They believe that they are going to get whatever they want by any means, no matter whose life they destroy. They don't care about men at all, okay? And what I'm telling you guys you need to do if you're dealing with a single mother, you need to create more boundaries for yourself. If you are on your purpose, you need to stay on your purpose, because if you're not, right, this is what's going to happen to you, sir. You're going to be sad, you're going to be depressed, you're going to feel trapped. You're going to feel like you're settling for less. You're going to feel less as a person. It's going to drain you. Dealing with not just single mothers, but with women that only care about themselves. They don't care about the relationship. They only care about what's right
How
for
many
them,
black
what's
ladies
good
are
for
not
them.
married?
It may not
She
even
is probably
be a good move
at the list.
or their
Why?
best interest. But if they want it, if they desire it, like the women that date thugs and want that fast life, but then are upset in later long run when they want an actual nice guy, and the nice guy that's in a good position doesn't want
And
them
you're
because
not cute.
they've used up
Hey,
their sexual
Caroline.
value. They've used
And
up,
you're not
you know,
cute, and
they've
nobody
given
wants
the most honorable
to be
thing
their
to give to a
stepfather.
man in society, a child. When these women make these bad decisions, they're making these bad decisions in the thought of it's going to benefit themselves. They don't care about who's going to hurt them. So, you know, I make this video to let brothers like yourself that's on a higher purpose know that you have options. You can do what you please, and you can tell a woman her place. It's not wrong to tell a woman what her place is, even if you are just if you're just fucking her, or if you're just doing this, you're just doing that, or you just want to be friends with her. You don't want anything more. You can let women know that, because, you know.
Okay, that's enough of this simp. That's enough of this simp. Now let's get back to the pros and the cons of being a single, dating a single mama. Yeah, that's what he said, B-Lady. Yes, ma'am. I'm doing a contrast, in case y'all don't realize. I'm doing a contrast of the men with the pros and the cons.
Sorry.
Fuck. Did you make out with the card or
Yeah,
something?
Alexa did actually comment on how much I looked at.
Thanks, Dad. Colin making me nervous with the camera.
Why?
Made me what I am today.
There's a TikTok coming, right?
It made me what I am today. Is that a jackass?
Uh-huh.
You're a jackass.
You talking about jackass card? No, a smart ass card. It's up.
Oh, dude, going to Harley.
Wait, no, read the card.
No, this is the most
Okay.
important thing.
Read the
That
card.
is cool. Because I got another Harley card. I'm ready to go.
Read the card.
You know, you need about a fistful of them just to even go there.
Oh, man.
A giant smart ass. Yeah, thanks. You made me what I am today. A giant smart ass.
Yes. That's
You didn't find it funny. I thought you'd crack up.
That is cute.
It's okay, Amber. Next year. Next year we'll try to get it better here.
Oh, that is cute.
Hey, where's Carson?
Oh,
God, Colin.
Yeah, we know.
Sorry, my haircut.
Let's see.
They wouldn't let us take the masks off.
Oh, you guys went. Oh, that's cute. You guys went to Harley and
They
sure.
wouldn't let us take the masks off.
That is cute. They wouldn't let you take off for a second?
Yeah, I know.
That is
Serious?
totally cute.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh my god, that is so original. It was really nice.
Sorry, hold on.
No, that is totally cute.
Wow.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I'm going to help Autumn with homework. Gonna go take Carson to Huntington Beach
No.
for lunch.
No, Dad, I
No,
like
no,
being
no, no,
dressed. I like to look
no,
good
no, no,
someday.
no.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Let's see the picture.
Yeah.
Every year for Father's Day, we take a sibling picture. This year, we try to be funny and wear masks, and he actually liked the one the best and hung it on our wall. It's all he ever asked for.
I used to see them watching, looking through my window.
Oh.
That is totally. Oh, that is really cute.
And you can have one. I printed one for you.
Were they like, what are you guys doing?
I called Selena and had
What is
set
it
up.
called? No, Dad.
Yeah, she's in the clothing.
Oh, okay.
Dad. So when we were taking pictures, we had one that we had to get on the back of each other, like piggyback rides, and people right next to us were like staring at us laughing. I looked at them and it looked like they act like they're looking at clothes and stuff. It was so funny.
Who was taking the picture? Colin?
No, not this year. I charged too much this year.
Oh, you charged?
My rates went up after last year.
Well, Carson. I don't. That's cute. You can see the.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Well, that's
I'm glad you did your hair. I mean, it's. No, I'm glad you.
That's why. Yeah. Did you ever commenting on it?
Oh yeah.
Did you know?
Honey, I'm not stupid. I knew where you guys are going. Come on. It's a tradition for fatherhood.
All right, guys, we gotta do it earlier.
That is
Oh no, your mom took it.
Yeah, we gotta do it earlier.
What?
Yeah, every year she thinks that.
Outside first
Restarted.
before we open it.
Okay.
And here's the best part. She called me a sugar loaf.
I don't have a
Oh.
heart attack. Heart attack or anything. That is very special. I didn't know.
It's called an adult talk.
Yeah, it's a thing. I didn't think you could either.
I don't want
So
Brett
what do you-
Hallmeyer on
what do
my
you-
thing.
But we still have to do it. Those are just like we wanted to give you
Yeah.
something, but we need you to come with us and go to like a notary.
Yeah.
To go to
I
any-
know a notary.
So do I.
Yeah. Katie's the only one that
I know a
knows.
notary.
Yeah.
Well, that's very special.
And she
Not
lost
16
it.
years.
He's gonna do
Yeah,
it.
you know when she was like,
not what I expected.
you know when she was crying at the shop?
Yeah.
When I was there, that's why she was crying.
So,
Alexa asked her if
Yeah,
she'd
I asked
notarize
if
it.
Katie would be our notary. She started bawling.
well, that is very special, and the handwritten notes from you guys. are very special. Thank you. Thank you.
We're just
Good
so
job,
awesome
Dad.
to have us
I
kids,
gotta keep you warm.
right?
I
Huh?
just don't want
We're just
Brett
so
on my
awesome.
certificate.
I just feel bad for Carson. He's going to go unadopted.
Don't be sorry about that, girl.
And he has been in our lives for 16 years. He accepts us with open arms and continue to love, support us. We feel so lucky to have him as our father and want to officially be his daughters. We love you so much. I told you I'm gonna show y'all different videos of not having kids, but I wanted to show you the beauty.
So
The beauty it is into having dating people who got kids. It's a beauty. Don't let the first couple of videos. I'm gonna keep with the extremes. Don't date them. Date them. Then my other one. Oh God, I'm always taking the wrong one off.
Yes, I love this class that because it makes me proud. It makes me so proud to have you in my life because you never tell me no, even though you may want to. It makes me proud because you took on the responsibility of a little girl who wasn't you. It makes me proud because you raised me to laugh even when I'm hurt. It makes me proud because you support me when you don't have a reason to. It makes me proud because you check me on me even though you're busy with 2 jobs. It makes me so incredibly proud that I want to change my last name to yours. Will you adopt me? Oh. Yes, I will. Well,
Video.
Do I close my eyes?
No, just.
be honored.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you too. We love you.
The hole that you burned in me at 6 years old.
Well, because it's kind of. Read it out loud, Dad. I'm recording. I know. Knowing you would. Just say no, then you'll make the poison.
Aww.
Absolutely.
What's it say?
Absolutely. Fucker.
Right.
Love you.
Oh, I punched the.
I'm gonna get back to the compilation. We gotta get back to the negative side. People can make a choice. Hey, King, what's up? How you doing?
House support, even though the kid's not yours. Lots. Been here before, you already know what it is. It's your first time, I need y'all to bang that like button, bang that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so y'all can rock with me every time I drop a video. You heard me?
And why you still got puberty bumps? You heard me?
Now, today, I'm going to be talking about dating single mothers. Good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of people say don't date single mothers under no circumstances. Nothing good can come.
Kids are grown.
Bad.
It's stupid. It's not.
Good, maybe there's so much bad it outweighs any good you could even fathom. Then there's some people on the other side that says there's some benefits to dating single mothers. I got my own perspective. I got my own philosophy on this thing. So I want to discuss all three. Now, this is not advice. I suggest y'all do what's best for you. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the good. All right, let's start off on a positive note. So the first thing is, she's smashing. She's smashing. There is no BS. There is no waiting period. There is no making you earn it. If she has kids and she's talking about making you earn it, see ya.
See ya.
Playing them games.
Goodbye.
You crushing.
It ain't a game.
That thing is busted all the way open. And you
You
about to
ain't
bust
doing
it open
shit.
for me too. The WAP works.
You must have lost your mind. You ain't crushing to get them damn baby bumps off your face. Oh, everybody want to make a video now. Oh, you ain't crushing nothing.
Just fine.
Go to bed.
That box is active. There's no virtue left. There is no games to be played if she is a single mother. I come to get wet. Period.
He come to get wet, period. That's why nobody don't want you. That's why you making these videos.
Now, another good thing, and this is a sometimey one, but cooking. Most single mothers should have some recipes in her repertoire. I know a lot of single mothers don't cook. Y'all spaghetti-o moms. I get it, right? But most moms should have something in their repertoire. They shouldn't all be oodles and noodles moms. You should at least have that chicken Alfredo in the tub. If she don't have no specialty and she's a single mom, it's not even worth it because she ain't even got the benefits that come with it. Now here's another good one: late links, the late night links, you know, the sneaky links. If you do it right and you close on that first date, it's a smooth ride. It can be a smooth ride after that if you play it right. She might ask you to bring a bottle over here and there, but for the most part, you ain't gonna have to really do too much dating. You're gonna come over late night. She'll have a plate of food already that she put up. Know what I mean? Sneaky link, you in there. You out of there before the kids even wake up. You know, she wants you out of there. But this is only for guys that close. If you're not a closer, you won't get to enjoy this benefit until...
What goddamn closer? What do you mean a closer in the beginning? See, this is the problem that we have. If you know a lady is there with kids, why would you come to bring more? Why would you bring more? Bring her down even more so you can get wet. There aren't any women that's not pregnant that don't have kids that can get you wet. Are you telling me there are no women that don't have kids that can get you wet? You want to bip, skip, and skip. See, it's men like this. I'm going to check out more of his stuff because I don't know this man, but the way he's speaking upon, well, it's benefits. She's going to have food in the house because she got to cook for the kids. She's going to do this because she got to have it for the kids. I know she can't run the street because she's going to need a babysitter for the kids. I can come over and be a moocher and I can eat these kids' food, drink their drinks, come over in the middle of the night, but you know for a fact you don't want that woman. You know for a fact you don't want that woman. You know for a fact you still a teenager with puberty bumps that you want to destroy a woman even more. I can see if you wanted her, but if you don't, if you think there's a problem dating a woman with kids, then you should date women with no kids. How you want to make it seem like it's good reasons? That's why I'm showing the other reasons. We're going to finish listening to him for a little bit.
After you close, you just come by and lay pipe and then keep it moving. They appreciate that. They appreciate the flexibility.
Oh, we appreciate that. We appreciate a man coming to lay pipe and leave. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? I can't listen to him no more. I'm done. I'm done with him. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say.
What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis answering the questions.
Hey, Chaz, don't strike me.
One of the questions that I got and I thought was a really good one is why men don't date single mothers. The lady was asking me, she said, you know, what is it that makes guys don't date single mothers? Because she is one. I was kind of wondering, you know, what it was that kind of confused. All right. The first reason why men don't date single mothers is because the myth or thought process that the baby daddy can always hit them. You know, a lot of dudes think that because in some cases it is true that they keep coming back to smash. So when you're dealing with a guy, that's going to be a problem you're going to deal with because a lot of times he's going to feel like, well, if you got a baby daddy, then that means he's probably going to come back and smash anytime he feels like it, like a lot of guys do. So to alleviate that problem, the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that you are in a position where you are over your baby daddy and you're not trying to deal with him.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the...
You can't be in a situation where you're trying to still have communication with the father of your kids, even as friends. That's one of those things that's not really going to work that well either. I mean, it's got to be like a kind of a business relationship where you guys talk about the kids. Usually not really phone calls too often, just text messages and emails, keeping it really, really professional. I know it may sound cool and fun to be friends with the father of your kids, and that may seem like it works the best way, but it's really kind of a thing that's going to scare off a lot of other guys. And not only that, sometimes it does confuse things. There are situations where it does work. It rarely does. It's usually people who are just waiting to get back together when that works. Most of the time, it really doesn't. Usually it just keeps getting confused, and whenever you bring somebody else into the mix, it kind of becomes a fight.
These cats ain't got patience.
Number two reason
My
why a lot of
uncle
guys
was
don't
a
want to date single
cop.
mothers because of
He
the
took a
dwelling in
lady.
the past. Constantly talking about baby daddy and what he did. My baby daddy, I used to mess with him, and he never buy me anything. And I don't want to make no food for you because my baby daddy should just sit on his ass and have me make food. Fuck that, I ain't doing that again. It's like, look, I just asked you if you would make a sandwich at your house, but okay. You know, I don't see how this turned into your baby daddy situation. I don't like sleeping with nobody because my baby daddy was still all the covers. Look, I'm not even taking the covers. We connected together. It's hot outside. Stop putting what he did on me. And that's what a lot of dudes have a problem with. They feel like you're getting somebody that's already emotionally damaged by somebody else, and it's like you really don't want to take that. So that's why you have a lot of guys not wanting to deal with women because they feel like they're going to keep dwelling on the past and what the baby daddy did. So the way to remedy that is move on, reconcile whatever happened between you and the father of your children, and move on. Stop talking about that shit. Nobody cares. Believe me, we love you. We want to try to help you out. But we don't want to hear what your baby daddy did to you. We don't want to hear that he treated you so bad and he was such a deadbeat and a jerk. Because we're like, well, what was you with him all that time for? That's your fault. So there's no reason to really keep bringing it up. At some point, you're going to have to move on. Otherwise, you just make it to where we got to deal with you and the damage that he did. And nobody wants to deal with it. Number three reason. Always number two. You see, if you look on Facebook or you look on a lot of women's dating profiles and stuff like that, they'll be like, my baby is number one in my life. My child is number one. Number one. This is what I care about. It's all about me and my baby. You know, and stuff like, you know, you see that all the time. And basically what a lot of guys look at is, why would I want to get into a situation where you and a child you have by somebody else is number one in your life? That means that I'm number two, you know, or if that. That's
What?
the best.
Why are you so insecure?
So why do I want to get into a situation where I could be with somebody who doesn't have any kids and I'm number one to them? So why would I come into your life and be a second-class citizen? There's really no reason for me to do that. So a lot of guys don't want to because they don't want to come into a situation where they have to be number two. They don't want to come into a situation where they have to deal with the fact that this comes first and then my needs and everything comes second. They don't want to deal with that, especially when it's not like it's their kid. You see what I'm saying? So what you have to look at is that's a problem that you're going to run into a lot of times. So I say this. First of all,
your body's only healthy when your hormones are balanced, and that's why so many guys suffer from low T. Unbalanced hormones can really impact your life, from low libido, chronic fatigue, poor sleep, hair loss, increased body fat, muscle loss, and even depression. 10 years ago, I was suffering from all of these issues myself, and that's when I found out that I had a brain tumor actually blocking my T production. Doctors were prescribing every synthetic solution in the book, but I learned that micronutrients are a key foundational element to rebalancing hormones. When you're deficient in any vitamins, minerals, or amino acids, it throws hormones out of whack quickly.
That'll most likely be number one in your life is you. Now, you love your children, you do everything you can for them, but you're doing things for yourself also. You have to be real with yourself. You're doing stuff that's for you. You're doing, and that helps your children. If you're helping yourself, you're helping them. That's how you can know you're being self-destructive, is when you're actually hurting your kids. Because that's usually means that you're hurting yourself. Because as you go, they go. If you're homeless, guess what? They homeless too. If you're broke, guess what? They're broke too. If you're miserable and unhappy, you may not know it, but they're miserable and unhappy too. Because you're making them miserable and unhappy. You may not think you are, but you are. They can tell and they're pissed. They're like, dude, stop. That's why you'll see some kids like, Mommy, go find a boyfriend, please. Because they tired of it. They're tired of you being miserable, walking around the house sad all day in the same old house coat with naughty ass hair and period panties on. They tired of that shit. They want to see you have a good life. They want to see you do something. So you're the top person in your life. You're the most important person because without you, the whole ship wrecks. So that means you have to find somebody to captain this ship with you. So when you find somebody, you guys have to be the number one. You guys have to be the most important thing going. And that's going to make them want to be more of a family to you and your children. And if not, you're being self-destructive. You see what I'm saying? If the person really loves you, then they're going to be making decisions to try to help you and your kid. They're going to try to help all of y'all in the greater scheme of things. You know what I mean? This may not be like they're just going to, I don't know. It may not be a situation where they're like, okay, everything's just for your kid, but it's going to be like the whole family. And they're going to see you guys as a family. And that's the best way to do it anyway, is to do things as a family and to care about a family. So that's how you got to be. You got to say, I care about my family, not just I care about my kid. And you're number one in my life, and I do everything for my baby and blah, blah, blah. Because you're not going to live your life that way anyway. That's fake. That's some shit that people tell people because it sounds cute. No one's really doing it. No healthy person. If you're living
So
like
is he
that,
gonna be going around saying that he's so proud of his family, his stepchildren and his family? Is he gonna be saying that if that's what he wants her to say?
This goes to your child being number one. This is what people don't realize when they have that kind of thought process. Like, my baby is the greatest thing ever and the number one and other. Is that other person comes in with a child too a lot of times. Because most dudes that don't have kids are not trying to date somebody with kids. It does happen, but most people really aren't. So a lot of times he has a family. And if he has a family and you're saying my family, this person, my child is the most important, and your kid doesn't really have a place. A lot of times that's what women do. Because most of the time, the woman has full custody of her child and has it all the time. And the guy doesn't have his kid all the time. So it's kind of like by default, he's being a father to her child. And a lot of times she's just not doing that with his children. She's not really being anything to his kid. So that's one of those reasons why a lot of guys who have kids won't date a woman with kids. I know plenty of guys who do. Because they're like, well, I got kids, but I got money, so I can get who I want. You know, or I got kids, but most women want to be in a relationship, so I can get anybody I want. It's not like it's women walking around saying, I don't ever want to get married. And some of them do that, but most women want to get married, even the ones that say they don't. A lot of guys really don't. Like, literally do not want to get married. There's countless guys who feel that way. So that's kind of what you run into is when you put these things together, baby daddy can always hit that. Nobody wants to be with somebody who they think that there's someone else that they're in constant communication with that can hit that. Nobody wants to deal with that crap. Dwelling on the past. Nobody wants to be held to the standards of what somebody else did. Nobody wants to be held liable or accountable for what some other fool did. Always being number two. Nobody wants to come into a situation where they're constantly feeling like they're not in charge or they're nobody. They're not important or they're number two to somebody else. You know, they're coming into a situation where it's like you brought this baggage and this is the most important thing to you and I don't matter. And no place for their own family.
That's her life. That's not baggage. That's part of her life.
My kids.
How you gonna call it baggage when that's part of her life?
Are not important because you've already built this family with your ex. Like you go hang out at his mama's house on Thanksgiving instead of mine. Nobody wants to deal with that. You know, it's like I'd rather start fresh. So therefore, you have to understand those things and embrace them. Okay, this is the situation. This is how I'm gonna show you that this is not going to be a problem. These things are not a problem. And I have all the experience and all of the love and nurturing from what I've been through without all the crap in the baggage. So that's why I'm more valuable than a chick that doesn't have kids. Because she probably doesn't know how to cook yet. She probably doesn't know what a man really needs and wants. But I do. Without all the crap in the baggage. All right? Hope I was of help. It's your man, Chaz Ellis. Please like and subscribe. Also, you can hit me up on Facebook if you have any questions or anything, and Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook. That's a good way to get at me. Now, if you have anything you want to say in a message box or whatever, you can do that and comment on this also. Once again, your man, Chaz Ellis. Peace.
She's saying baggage like she carrying luggage somewhere. It's part of her life. I mean, I don't know why he would want to say, it's the baggage. She's bringing baggage. Like she picked it up on the side of the street. It's a human being.
Hey, birthday. Birthday. That birthday cake.
I rewrote that part like 7 times and it didn't come out how I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And when I finally did it, apparently just because it wasn't spelled right. That's why it looks
the
good.
only thing harder than reading is writing.
You want me to read that? Happy birthday.
Birthday.
I hope you've had a good day. I hope I'm about to make it better. First, I want to tell you some things. When I think of things in my life that will require a dad one day, I think of you. One day when I walk down the aisle, your arm will be the one I'm squeezing because I'm terrified I'm going to trip.
Oh.
You're not a soul.
I know.
When they call for the father-daughter dance, your hand will be the one I'm holding, and your shoulder will probably be probably be where I'm crying into. When I have kids one day, you're going to be the one who I introduce as grandpa. You can't look at me. You're gonna never let me live it down. And we'll be telling them stories of how I was such a good kid. However, I don't just think of the future when I think about how you are my dad. You have been there for the things that required a dad pretty much all my life. I don't really remember much from before you came into our lives. You have always been Daddy Goo. You were the one who figured out that I was right-handed in baseball, even though I was left-handed when writing. You were my coach and my teacher. You always pushed me to be the absolute best version of myself. You taught me how to get what I want, to put in the work, and get what I deserve on top of all of that. I look at myself and I see so much of you. I see how I handle myself in professional situations, my people skills, my marketing skills, and so much more. But other than how you've shaped me as a businesswoman, you have helped shape me into the woman I am today. One subject is psychology that is discussed in nature versus nurture. And even though biologically speaking, we are not related, you are my dad. You are a part of me. You are a part of who I am. And that has and will always be the case. Okay? So now that I'm done pulling your heartstrings,
What a jerk.
one last present. Love, Cynthia.
Yay, that was beautiful, Sissy.
Oh, I made it cry.
We're all crying out big time. You better be filming and not being on your TikTok shit.
You serious?
That's horrible.
Oh my god, I thought you were pregnant.
I knew you didn't think that too.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought you were fucking pregnant.
Shit, start over.
Do you know what this is? Yeah. I'm going to legally adopt your daughter. Your sister. So what do I have to do?
Well, this is all the steps that we have to take. There was more paperwork that I have to print out. But basically, we just need to fill out the paperwork, schedule a court date, go down. Mom needs to write a letter saying that she approves the adoption since she's your spouse. And then basically, we just have to go in front of a judge and present everything. And then at that point, once they file and send out the adoption order, I can amend to get my birth certificate changed. So your name will be on my birth certificate.
Your joke's gonna stand true.
She is adopted. Yes, I knew it.
You are the father. You guys gotta get Pulmani in there for an embrace. She just realized that Sissy's getting adopted.
Go open the box.
All
That is
together,
the
you
best.
are the father.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm ready for that.
So yeah, so
You're gonna have the Ramirez last name.
So I'll have,
You
yeah,
change your last name
I'm gonna
too?
change my last name. My birth certificate will be changed. So
No kidding.
under my parental figure, my father figure, his name will be on my birth certificate. So anytime I have to present my legal birth certificate and documents, he'll be out there.
Congratulations, it's a girl.
Wow. Come here. Go open it.
I still think
So
the joke I
proud
said
of
earlier
you.
was pretty funny.
That is the best.
No, about how next year I'm gonna give Goose Christ
Girl.
You two are
Yeah.
fun.
Small onion, and a icy with cherry and Coke.
What size on that?
Huh?
What size on that?
Large.
Gotcha. And you said with cherry and coke?
Yes.
Gotcha. Anything else?
That's it.
So it's an extra stuff.